Welcome back to Madman with the Box. Looking at the 200 plus subscriber podcast live stream. Well, thank you. It's weird. We were at 100. It took us about a year to get to 100, and then 1 month after that to get to 200. So let's keep pushing. Let's have some more fun. I'm here today with I'm actually early. I'm here today with the second Oz Chris and writer extraordinaire, Disney informant, Landry Q. Walker.
You just guaranteed he's not being invited to anything now.
And we got Pixel. So let's move on. And first things first, we got to talk some Doctor Who news. And we got some big things happening, along with Doctor Who being now one of the biggest money shows in the world. It went from being like anywhere from like a $10 million show to now $100 million show, with getting a little bit of that Disney money.
Doctor Who budget to triple under Disney, apparently. We already know that the Doctor Who is going to be on Disney Plus for pretty much the entire world. Only over there in the UK, they're going to get it live on their television. But here, we're going to have to go to the mouse. Oh boy! And this report is coming to us... What?
That's just for nothing. Keep going.
Apparently, it's from Broadcast. We can't use Broadcast because I'm not paying. You're not paying. I'm not paying. We're not paying for their article. So we have to rely on the other articles that are reporting what they've already reported. But yes, this is going to transform the show, send more of a budget to it. A source has told Broadcast that it's an incredibly exciting time for Doctor Who, and that RTD is not only planning on Doctor Who, but Disney is apparently wanting spin-offs. They want more attention from it coming to them.
Which we'll be talking about later in the show. We all have our theories or wants. We all created our own spin-off, and we're going to be talking about and going through season each. And Landry will be making it up on the spot because he's a professional writer. So...
He runs Dungeons and Dragons games. That's exactly how you do tell a story.
I never claimed I was good at Dungeons and Dragons games. I just ran them.
Exactly. The best stories are the ones you made up along the way. Just right then and there.
Okay, Mr. Frodo. Let's keep going.
Okay, yes. The source is told that the BBC has decided to make the decision for the future success of Doctor Who because any show of the scale needs a partner. Reliability is the most important factor, irrespective of how many episodes you make or who the Doctor is. If you can bring in a single partner with one distribution agreement while retaining exclusivity in the UK, that is worth, well, that's best of both world for the BBC.
Okay. So I did a little research. I went to Theories and what's the other guy's name? Crispy Pro. But Theories talked about it, saying that the new Tory, I hate the Tories. The Tory administration is actually going to be pulling back some money, taking away money from the BBC. And so that means they're going to get less shows coming out from the BBC, less budget on pretty much everything. And that would have affected Doctor Who. So when they say they needed a partnership, that's what they mean, because they're going to get some of that money coming in from Disney to have Doctor Who be that stable, big show that it's always been and continue to grow. So that's kind of what they're talking about.
This has already sparked some debate between us right here. The BBC, and I don't remember which thing they shared in which they said this, but I'm pretty sure that this is direct from them. has said, under a shared creative vision, they will deliver this quintessentially British show to future generations on an unprecedented scale, with Disney Plus as the exclusive home for the new season of Doctor Who. We already know that. And that both partners have aligned under return RTD, blah, blah, blah. It's stuff we already know. But we were discussing, and does it say down here where it's implying that Disney, using the money, is trying to egg RTD for more, to milk him for all he's worth?
Huh?
That's what you said before.
Not at all.
By using this money, they are trying to sway the direction and Americanize the show.
Yeah, I think they're going to Americanize a little bit for American audiences because that's what Disney will do. They're saying, if you want your show to come into our platform, we'll allow you to do it. We'll give you a little bit of money, but you got to make it appealing to our audiences as well, not just British shows. So them giving them money is basically like them going, here's the money to make the show a little bigger. Also, can you help us out and make it a little more appealing for American audiences? Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Keep going. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying you're wrong.
I'm saying there will be some American influences either on the spin-offs or Doctor Who proper. But I'm leaning more towards spin-offs.
See, the thing was, when you read about that, you were watching season 4 of Torchwood, which you said was set in America. I think that might have just biased your mind just a little bit.
Yeah, because the last time Russell T Davies got a big budget from an American company, it was shit. And it was Americanized.
Hey, quick question. Did I mishear originally? Wasn't it supposed to be Sony that was going to be funding all of this?
That was a while ago. It was a theory that... Oh, wait, no. Sony bought Bad Wolf, which is the company that RTD started.
So Sony is involved, but tangentially.
Now, I hope it doesn't change Jets Puck in the chat. I hope it doesn't. I don't want it to, but I have a feeling it will, because anytime Disney... I know, Landry, you probably shouldn't speak on this because you're bought out by the mouse.
No, don't
fairly owned. Rude. No,
I'm joking. I'm joking. But I do think whenever Disney gets their hands on something, they make it into what they want.
But I'm going to say this: they haven't got their hands on it. They have the distribution rights.
Yeah. It's a distribution deal.
No.
And I am going to. All right, I am the expert on this topic. I'm going to be blunt. I really am.
I'm gonna bring in some stuff that you won't like later on. Then you can
bring what you like, but I'm going to tell you how it actually works. For an example, and I'm not breaking any NDAs when I talk about this. This is just the way the system works. Disney bought Marvel. Marvel has enough. Disney is more like a bunch of different companies. It is not one. You think of it as the mouse. You think of it as one company, but you have dozens of sub companies that operate within that sphere, and so sometimes when you're working for Disney, you're working for Marvel, you're working for people at Marvel. You're not working for people at Disney, even if they are all paid through the same parent corporation. So a distribution deal through Disney, airing on Disney Plus, does not make it per se a Disney property. It doesn't give them that kind of authority. I've watched Disney executives struggle to have influence over Marvel properties where there's any kind of crossover, because that's not their jurisdiction. That's just not how it works.
Same with Lucasfilms.
Same with Lucasfilm. And a lot of these companies operate independently in this sphere. But everyone likes to go, oh, it's the mouse. Oh, look, that's because of the mouse. Yeah, it's just because people within that sub company made decisions that maybe people want to blame. Oh, that's because of the mouse. Yeah, it usually isn't.
Yeah.
So I don't see.
I see it. I can understand where it's coming from. Where you're coming from, but the people that gave him the money have the jurisdiction. So I'm seeing it sort of like when politicians get campaign funds from big companies. they're gonna influence bills that are gonna try to help out that company because they're bought out by them.
Only to a point. Now, look, let's take, for example, my own personal experience. I wrote Little Gloomy and Kid Gravity. Both appeared in Disney Adventures magazine for 7 years, but they were creator-owned. Disney didn't own them. So while they had control over what I put in their magazine, I could do whatever I wanted with those properties outside.
Yeah.
But
didn't that influence you to write stuff that would help it get into that magazine?
No, not necessarily. I just would write it appropriate for that magazine. But this is different because
that's what I mean, though. Write it appropriate.
But it's not the same kind of distribution deal. If they signed, if for some reason they were ridiculous enough to give Disney the power to have jurisdiction over it, but a simple distribution deal does not automatically give that kind of control. Yeah. They would have had to sign over those rights. Like, otherwise, it's just a money transfer.
Yeah, and I believe at least from what we read before, it's pretty much Bad Wolf that has the creative control of Doctor Who at this point. So yes, Disney, they have entered an agreement to go ahead. We're going to give you this money for for your upcoming seasons, and you're going to give us all your distribution. There's no way saying that Disney is coming for Doctor Who. They're going to sink their fingers in and they're going to ruin it. That's not going to happen.
I didn't
say that. I said I'm just worried they're going to be influenced to Americanize it a little bit. I mean, I don't want it a little bit. I want it to be fully British. So
while I'm going to say it's not impossible, I think it's unlikely. I just don't. That's not really how the system.
We also got to talk about the man behind it, Russell T Davies. He's a company man. He is a big company man for whatever what just happened?
We don't want to hear you anymore.
You've turned into Chris Chibnall.
And you're going to shoot us all.
Hold on. I don't know. There we go. So he's a big company man for whatever he's working for. So when he was just BBC, he was talking up to BBC of how important it is. When he was working on Years and Years and It's a Sin, he was talking about the importance of the name HBO, of how much of that's a big deal. Now he's with Disney. He's gonna talk up Disney and do what Disney wants.
No, I don't think. I think not. Maybe not. Maybe not on the second part.
Maybe not what they want, but more sway a little bit towards their direction. Not fully, but I think he'll sway.
And he started by hiring an actor that everyone is saying is the first out of the closet gay actor who played the doctor. That doesn't seem like Disney's normal. So, like, what's he gonna do? I think Russell T Davies does what Russell T Davies wants. I think he will make Disney. He will bend Disney to his will.
I think it's more trying just to get more people to go onto those platforms to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think Russell T Davies really cares about the history of HBO. He just wants people to go watch his show on those services.
Again, I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying I'm worried.
Okay. I'm just gonna say my experience is that's not how a distribution deal works. Okay. Is it impossible? No. What you're saying is not impossible. I just think it's improbable. They would have had to cede those rights. But that said, I don't really care. I don't really care if they do. I mean, it's gonna be different. Doctor Who, it's still Russell T Davies, and I'm gonna trust his creative vision. If I like it, I'll watch it. If I don't like it, I won't watch it.
I do got to bring up, Jets Puck in the chat said it's not like we're going to have an American companion or anything.
Yes.
Oddly enough, I think we got some companion news.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
I'm going to need to pull that up. But right now, we should go ahead while we're still on the topic. It seems that it's going to have the same budget of the first season of The Mandalorian, and more than Obi-Wan Kenobi. His series.
This makes me so happy. I hope it has better CGI.
Okay, for starters, the budget total is meaningless unless we know how many episodes. Like, if Obi-Wan had 6 episodes, but Doctor Who has 20 episodes, then this budget.
We're back to where we started.
Yeah, no, it's meaningless without more information. And secondly, yet the Russell T Davies Doctor Who in 2005 with a low budget was great. Doctor Who with a low budget has historically been very good. It's
Agreed.
Unless they're going to throw that, like, all that Matt, and I was tweeting about this earlier today. Quality of writing comes first.
And we have Big Dick Davies, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. I'm just worried now that there's Disney money. Anytime you see Disney giving out money, it just worries me a little bit.
Not when they pay me. I like it.
There you go.
Now, so for this though, it's gonna be cool because I mean, you go back to low budget Doctor Who from like early 2000s all the way up to about 2010 to the end of season 4. Pretty low budget. When they got a big budget, we got to see what it kind of would be like with season 5. Massive jump ahead with CGI and everything else. It was massive, and it was probably the second best, first best season of Doctor Who we've gotten, in my opinion. I said my opinion, Landry, so you can chill out.
I can think you have a bad opinion. Oh well.
But I think now that we're getting something with this budget, I can only imagine what we're gonna get. Doctor Who was already somewhat great with the budget it had from season 5 all the way up to, well, pretty much all the way up to about season 11. And then it kind of just stagnated from there. It didn't really progress. But that being said, we got a huge budget now. Huge budget. It's going to be amazing to see what we're going to get. We're going to see some amazing stuff, guys.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to just say that you need to resend the companion thing because I can't find it. While we're talking about Series 14, though, or Season 14, however you'll like to say it, we should go ahead and just address the fact that apparently production has started. Here we can see a picture from Rachel Talalay, where it's showing the studio and the TARDIS in the distance. You can see a little one right there. And apparently, RTD went ahead and commented on that photo if Twitter would work. Elon!
We get the gist.
Yes. Oh, that studio is full now.
Dude, it's the first. It's like it's one of the first things I sent when you scroll up. It's right above the Doctor Who Instagram thing.
Okay. But yes, so production has started. Things are going, and they are inside now. I guess they're done being outside. They're going to be very pale this next season. But yes, that's it.
Oh, wait. No, keep going. Sorry, I was just speaking out loud.
There we go. We should also talk about, I guess, RTD now in fuller context. There was a comment that he made that we are now going to discuss, which is about wardrobe. When in the special, Jodie regenerates and Tin appears, it is not just a partial change. It's not just his face, his body changing. His outfit is totally different. And RTD in, I guess, Doctor Who magazine this month has gone ahead.
I think he's lying.
And he said, well, he's talking about that he didn't want David Tennant to appear in Jodie's costume. And he thought of this because he thinks that men appearing in women's clothes can be a notion of drag, and it's a very delicate matter. He's a very huge fan of that culture and the dignity of that, and he didn't want to disrespect it by having the 6-foot David Tennant appear in clothes that were much too small for him, for one. And this has gotten to some controversy online amongst people on Twitter accounts like us. Yes.
Okay,
All
so
right.
there's so many ways he could have handled it differently if that's his motivation, to show the regeneration without focusing on the clothes, without us seeing hardly any of the outfit, or having even like something in a more explosive regeneration where the clothes burn away and we only see like this part of David Tennant going, what? And I still think it's a smoke screen. I think something else has happened and it's not a standard regeneration.
Yeah. And the Doctor Who show, which for some reason has my main account blocked. I don't know what I ever did to you, the Doctor Who show, but it's okay.
We talk all the time, so it must just be you.
It must just be me. That's right.
Yeah, we're all gonna go do another podcast with them.
Yeah,
leaving me behind.
Sorry.
You're done with me.
It's called Thank God.
Jeez. Yes, the Doctor Who show feels that the comments are actually very well thought through, and he debated the topic for some time. You can tell from his comments, and I think it is actually what Landry's saying. The clothes do play a factor in it. There's a reason why he looks down and he's reacting to his change of outfit. There's got to be.
If it's not, if that was his reason and his only reason, and that was his choice of how to execute it, I would say you can do better. Yeah, I can think of half a dozen ways to execute that and avoid that problem. Easy. Yeah,
I agree. And Maranya is absolutely right. Still talking about the budget. Yes, bigger does not always equal better.
This is what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Without good scripts, it won't matter.
But it's with Russell T Davies, so it's bigger
not always gems.
and it's better.
What do you mean?
I can't.
RTD gave us Love and Monsters, Landry. It's your favorite episode.
But also, what is it? Idiot Box or whatever it's
called?
He
didn't write it.
The Idiot's Lantern.
That's it. Oof.
No, it's definitely Idiot's Box.
No, it's Idiot's Lantern. It was written by the wonderful Mark Gatiss. We know this.
Mark.
Where's your first review, Jimmy? Where's your first review? I'll get mine done.
That's what I thought. Don't even.
You can believe that. Mine's going to be longer than yours from the sounds of it, but
mine's going to have more views.
Right here, we can go ahead and say, I don't know where he's getting this source, but if RTD knew he was doing it in late 2020, he knew what he was doing by saying this about having a Marvel-style universe for Doctor Who with spin-offs. But, yeah, no, I can't remember him seeing anything, him agreeing back in 2020. But it was shared, and we blame Jimmy.
You're welcome.
There we go. But we don't know.
So what I was saying about the companion earlier, I read it wrong. The person I sent wasn't the companion. That's the director. But there was companion auditions recently in September. Shootigatwa was in attendance for that. So my guess is we have a companion already. And it should be, my guess, probably revealed either sometime soon or right after the specials. Auditions for actors hoping to become the Doctor's latest companion took place on Saturday, 24th of September, 2022, with Shootigatwa in attendance and pre-production beginning the following week. And that's it.
I mean, if they're starting production now, I'm going to assume we're going to be seeing leaked photos
soon.
So,
I hope.
Maybe. Yeah, here's the thing about the director and Dr. Humor. Yes. By Dylan Holmes Williams. Who is that? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
We're going to learn right now who Dylan Holmes Williams is.
Let's see.
My guess is he's a director.
No.
I did your work for you, Chris.
Yeah, heard it here first. He's mainly directed music videos and shorts.
Oof.
Oh, he's done one TV show which is recent.
And
what is it?
Servant. Never heard.
Oh
no, someone was just talking about this.
Oh, Servant. Oh wow. Okay, then maybe this is like really good news. See, when I originally saw the name of this, I thought it was trying to be the humor, you know. Yes, that's right.
No, I follow them because they give me news on Doctor Who.
So I guess they are. So they try to be serious at least.
It's a good-looking man. I'm a little jealous.
There we go. Looking, you're jealous? What happened to RTD? I mean, you were already flirting with him over Instagram, Jimmy.
No. Listen.
Uh-huh.
I'm jealous of that man's looks. My husband, my future husband, is RTD.
Sure.
Don't get
Okay.
me wrong.
This is from last week, and it is it's troublesome to discuss, but in every fan base, you are going to find some pretty shitty people, like really shitty people, horrible, toxic people. And we're going to go ahead and address it at Jimmy's request.
I don't remember what I sent. So it's probably not.
So this comment was made on a video about by 13 fans during the Power of the Doctor. They were watching it together, streaming it. It's pretty much what we did for what's it called, the Day of the Doctor. And this guy, I guess Alex, he said that if the room was to be bombed, he doesn't think he'd be upset. He's a shitty guy. He's a really shitty guy.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I had a certain thing I wanted to talk about with toxic fandom with Doctor Who. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember. Doctor Who fandom right now is a mess.
Every level fandom, everything is divisive anymore, and everyone feels they can just jump in and say the most extreme, polarizing, shitty opinion that is like dislike or like the show, but let people. If somebody likes something, let them freaking like it.
Yeah,
let them celebrate it.
So, Alex, not saying you should go at him or anything, but if you see his stupid comment, let him know. Just leave that downvote. He can't see it, you can't see it, but you know it's there, and just leave it at that.
There's no reason to engage. Engaging further doesn't help anything, but I mean, that's when I see things like that, I just block them and move on. Even if it's not regarding me, just so I don't. If that's the kind of person they want to be, then I don't need to see it.
No,
maybe that's why you got blocked by the Pixel.
I didn't even talk to him.
All your toxic comments.
Yeah. I mean, I did. I guess I posted tweets about Doctor Who, and it was a really crappy time for Doctor Who. Hey. Don't act like we haven't done videos talking about.
No. This is time for you to reflect, okay?
Reflect on what? I don't know what I got blocked for.
You're in your corner.
Top corner. First corner. That's right. My corner. Last thing before we move on to our pitches for shows. This is ironically from Safe Space Doctor Who. And on a post that Doctor Who did, you know the scene where Ted is telling Wilf, if she remembers me, her mind will burn. And right there it says protect Donna at all costs. And then RTD himself he's tempting the flame.
He really is Lex Luthor to Superman.
Donna is my favorite companion.
Mine too.
Yeah,
and then Jamie. Is. And Jamie. I gotta go Jamie.
Jamie's great.
Yeah, but
pretty much anyone but Adric.
That's right.
God, we all celebrated when I saw that episode where Adric dies when it first aired, and the celebrations that were had.
You know that circle at the end of Power of the Doctor with that one chair left open? It wasn't in remembrance. It was in don't be that guy.
Don't be Adric. But they'll never know if I was right.
They'll know you were wrong. No one will care.
Just Buck says, can't wait for the Torchwood Burlesque show. I'm very confused, Just Buck. Oh, do you think that's a spinoff that will we'll propose.
Yeah, let's talk about spin-offs here.
That's right. Jimmy, it's your week to lead. You go ahead. You guide us through.
Okay, so what we did, we came up with a idea because it is topic week, and once every couple of weeks we like to discuss a cool topic we have in mind. And this week is spin-offs that won't happen, but we think would be amazing. But we thought we should push that to the next level. We should each one of us came up with our own idea for a spin-off and write out what we thought should happen for the entire season.
With one condition.
Yep.
That the spin-off could not be about the Doctor. Oh no, could not feature the Doctor as the main character. So
Exactly.
as much as we would love it, we can't say Eighth Doctor because that is predictable.
It's far too easy.
Yeah, I would have done Eighth Doctor all day if I could do that.
Yeah.
So, because I want to see how this will go, let's start with Chris.
Why would you start with me?
Now,
What makes
What
you
I
think
think-
I'm ready?
You had an extra week. You said you weren't prepared. You were going to make it
Yep.
up on the fly.
Yeah, then life decided, hey, nah.
I came up with mine about an hour ago. And I still think it'll be better than all of yours. But because of this, we're going to focus on the story. So we should turn off the music and hear what people are going to be saying.
But the music helps.
The music
It
gives us
suits me.
mood.
I'll turn
I
it down a
think-
little bit.
I stand corrected. Ed Brewer has the best idea for a story. Rory, a nurse's story.
We need gay Lancelot in live action. So, Rory, the Lone Centurion live. Yes.
And we're not even joking either. I genuinely think that's probably the best. Oh, we gotta ban that guy. I genuinely think Gay Lancelot is the best character ever created for Doctor Who. He was just so good. All right, Chris, walk us through this, okay?
I don't have an idea. I literally cannot think of anything.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just come up with something on the spot.
Okay. Let's
Now,
plan
let
some
Chris
time.
through on this. Why don't we all go?
Okay.
Landry?
Okay. I'm coming up with it now. I want to be clear here for the record. I got this message, was it yesterday?
Yesterday, I told you yesterday because we were supposed to do it the week before, and I knew you wouldn't be there
Right,
for
I wasn't
that.
going to be available last week.
That's right.
So I didn't start. All right, I got stuff going on. And I get this, what you're asking here for, is I get paid a lot of money for this. So I didn't and you're not paying. So, I'm not
All right.
giving you the $5,000 version. I'm just saying. All right, so my thought was take a Flash Gordon kind of setting where you've got multiple worlds, different alien civilizations, all part of some, through different solar systems, but they're all kind of connected. You've got small alliances between planets and trade routes and whatnot, but there's also war, and there's more war brewing, and it's all starting at one planet where there's a civil war, and it's a civil war on Skaro.
Ooh.
And basically it is a Dalek prequel that involves different races from Doctor Who. And I know this is not canon, but you know what? I'll make my own. That's what I do. And we have a little bit of Santara involvement. We've got an episode where a crinoid seed pod, the crinoids have crinoid seed pods are scattering throughout. So there's all sorts of different things happening, like I said, in a very Flash Gordon kind of collective kind of way as the Daleks. And Skaro goes from the bottom planet amidst all of this, and it slowly brews up with the Daleks bubbling up, and by the end of the series we're into a full Dalek war against everyone else. So that's a multi-season tier, to be fair. The Doctor, I thought the rule was no Doctor at all, but if the Doctor can be in at all, the Doctor would come in.
Yeah.
There would be a shadowy figure who's manipulating and pushing things from beyond, but we rarely see them. We'd be seeing it from the perspective of worlds that aren't focusing on what the Doctor's doing, but are finding out the Doctor's actions, the aftermath, until at the end where the Doctor might come to a head with say Davros or something. So it's
that
all
sounds more like a
building.
master.
So,
The
No,
Doctor and the Master aren't different.
that sounds like Seventh Doctor.
So, I just want to go ahead and say I love what you're saying. I have said constantly, they can attest to it. The 10,000 Year War is one of those untapped. There's so many stories. When the 12th Doctor's, what is it? It's season 9, right? Season 9 that they open up with Davros dying, and they show him as a boy. You can see soldiers as they have highly advanced technology, and yet they're still using bows and arrows. Yeah. It's this hybrid of just tearing each other down to points where they're fighting with sticks until the Daleks
there
come
are
in.
Other worlds and cultures observing this. They even have some interaction. Like the people of Skaro know there are these other planets, but they aren't allowed to participate. They aren't allowed into space. There are safeguards to keep them going in space because we don't want your war infecting the rest of the galaxy. And all of this slowly breaks down. Of course, you'd have operatives on different worlds going, actually, we do want some of that to happen. And it just be a big show about political intrigue, a Cold War that rises into a volatile war that spreads throughout a galaxy and brings into the greatest threat that anyone's ever known, eradicating entire planets. And when the times the Doctor does show up again in minuscule ways, we'd probably have various different Doctors out of order too.
That's a good idea.
So that's my show.
Okay.
That's why literally that's like the last 15 minutes.
Good. So. It'd definitely be a good show. I'd be hella interested. Yeah. I suppose that means, Jimmy, unless you want to go first. I have my slideshow up.
You're up, Pixel.
I'm up. That's right.
I'm still making my slides.
Okay. I need to make sure that these reactions are genuine. I have kept it secret. And after the...
Can't believe you guys made slideshows.
So after the success...
You're not getting graded on these.
Stop 1 second.
Let's grade him on this.
After the success of Power of the Doctor, there is one standpoint that has shown from the episode. Yes, I can see it on Chris's face. There's one thing here that has outshined the rest. And we're going to go ahead and we can see it right here. My show is titled Grace.
Oh, there God, we go. Let's go.
Graham and Ace, they will be teamed up together. Yes.
Hey, Pixel, this is the first time I'm ever doing this for you as like genuine.
I have things listed here. This is not the only picture.
Oh God.
I have a few episode plot.
I meant to watch it.
Very plot heavy. But we have to first address the fact that Graham, while he is obviously attracted to Ace, he has to face with the fact that his wife was named Grace. So it has to pass on. And to show this, it's going to be the two of them, and the episode is just this long extended sex scene. It's just the two of them. Full penetration on screen for
wait. Okay. All right. So
you gotta. I'm not done.
Funded by Disney, and I work for Disney. I'm pulling the plug on your idea.
This show is now Grace of Thrones. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. It's not done. So for one of the episodes, it's actually going to tie into the end of Power of the Doctor, where the companions now have a circle. There is one that comes to talk about his adventure, and it is Elton Pope. Love and Monsters. He's back. That's right. Okay. I promised myself I would be fully composed for this. And he brings along, of course, his bit of a love life, Ursula. They're there, but there's a problem. Ursula, being exposed to the outside world, not kept within, because she is concrete, she seems to be spreading throughout London.
That's horrifying.
I hate that so much.
That disturbs me. No, now I'm disturbed.
And now we can see.
I'm gonna shut everything down now.
She forms into this one large one and faces the fact that something has happened. She is pretty much a virus to concrete and spreading throughout. It can only be defeated, you guessed it, by Ace beating her to death with a baseball bat. That's one of the episodes. Okay, for the next one. Sorry. For the next one, Craig is back.
Oh no.
James Corden is back.
Don't like you anymore, Pixel.
James Corden, he's back, and we also get to see his adorable son, still a baby, Stormageddon. What's the name? Stormageddon, Dark Lord,
Dark Lord
Ender of Worlds. Yes, that's right. However, there's a problem. It's soon revealed that the people close to Craig, James Corden, are becoming him.
Oh no, that's oh no.
And this is going to be also played by James Corden, by the way, not just CGI.
Oh, no.
It's going to be fully talking. You're going to have multiple James Corden throughout it.
No,
the only way to end it is by going to the main Craig,
killing yourself,
and Ace beating her over the head with a baseball.
Let me guess. That is the solution to every episode. It's just Ace beating them up with a baseball bat.
I think we've covered it.
No. It's not done.
Landry, I blame you for this because remember Power of the Doctor review, you said you can never have too much of Ace with her baseball bat. This is what you get, okay?
Oh no, this is the only part I like about this.
The
Ace part isn't the problem; it's everything else.
So the next thing are black cats are showing up all through London. The Kitlings have returned, and it's going to feature, of course, you guessed it, the Master and the Kitlings. But you obviously need somebody who you can recast to play this role. Anthony Ainsley, he's gone. Well, I have figured out the perfect casting. You see him, Cheetah Master. He's throughout it. It's Matt Berry.
Actually, Matt Berry as a Master would be amazing.
The most devious bastard in
the only reason I don't want him to be the Master is because I want him to be the Doctor.
What if he played both?
Get control of your pussycats, you bastards!
So, it's actually showing that the Master is not the one behind all this. There is a second part. This entire thing has been arranged, and it seems it's for the Master to ultimately, turn all of London into him, to have duplicates of himself.
Again.
This has all been fashioned by the Pating. Cheetah World is a creation of the Pating, and the Pating has been behind it all along. Huh. He's going to be in this outfit, obviously. It's just got to be. And the end of this season will feature the return of Jodie Whittaker. She appears around Graham and Ace as they are facing the Pating and his master plan. People all around Earth are starting to be affected by the Cheetah virus, not according to the Cheetah Master's plan. And 13 appears, goes around them, and brings them into the TARDIS, and then lectures them about the importance of watching who you are close with and accepting the contagion of the furry people. And that will be the end of my series.
Oh, thank God. Okay. And not renewed for another season. Next.
Okay. Obviously.
Actually, pitches to the CW, they will continue to give it seasons, regardless of quality.
17 seasons. Right.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I spent way too long on that joke. I developed that throughout my 2 weeks, and I don't actually have a plan. My real thought is actually a unit series called Unit New Age, and it's set during the 60s, and you have this older figure that's helping them get close to it, and it's in a doctor role. And all throughout it, you're being hinted at of who this could be, who could possibly have all this knowledge. It's an older man, and it would seem like the master, but at the end, it's going to be revealed.
Rory.
No. It's going to be revealed to be the meddling monk. And the first doctor, played by what's his name? David Bradley, will have to stop the meddling monk and help new unit, as it were. It's a simple idea. I think that is definitely more profitable than Grace.
C+ from Ed Brewer. That's being generous.
C+ for which one?
For his first idea, Grace.
That is literally him
Grace
saying C+ to that is the exact thing I saw I think some New York Times guy give Black Panther. Did you guys see that?
I haven't seen.
I think it was a joke or something. Because he was like, Black Panther 2 gives Marvel a new light and new breath, fresh air or whatever, and possibly transcends the superhero genre. One of the best things they've done. And then it gave it 6 out of 10.
I just want to point out that Maranya saying at this season's end, Ace comes in and beats everyone with the baseball bat. That is a much better ending than the meddling monk. Yes, I mean it'd be nice to see him return, but who can beating everybody to death with a baseball bat?
Do you need more time, or can I go?
I've somewhat come up with an idea that I could just throw on the spot.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I don't have a title for it because I'm not good with titles.
It's called Meddling Monk Might Not Be Here. There you go.
Might not be here. Nah, it's just called Electric Boogaloo. Nah, I don't know. So my idea would have been focused solely on all of the Doctor's companions, well, those that are still living, and the idea is they are all disappearing one by one. Someone is stealing the Doctor's companions. And so this gets the attention of, tying into Power of the Doctor, the little group session. They're starting to notice members aren't coming as much as usual. They've lost contact with them, so they're going to start their own investigation. So that'll be half of the story. The other half is following the ones that have been kidnapped, and they're being faced off against new threats, old threats that they've faced in the past. So you can always bring back the classics, the Daleks, the Cybermen, all that. And you can have some new monsters, tying into this big who's doing this, who would kidnap the Doctor's companions. We'll have at the finale, you'll have the Doctor come in. Could be any of them, literally. It just could be any Doctor. That doesn't really matter. Who the big threat is, who knows?
You should.
I should.
You know.
I should. Let's Salamander.
All right.
That's right. I want to go ahead and say that that's not a bad idea. It's not.
It's definitely a lot better than yours, Pixel.
Grace is a piece of art. I have a slideshow.
No,
nobody else had a slideshow.
I didn't hate Grace until you got further past, until you explained what
the title.
It was just.
You're just ageist, Landry. Okay. Ageist. There you go. You don't want the first episode to be.
Actually, you know what? No, since we're bringing back Time Lords that just haven't been used in ages, the Rani.
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah,
now, would you incorporate them with the salamanders, or with the old companions?
Did you say the salamanders?
No, you should bring back.
What if the villain is Adric? Bitter.
We've already had that. He became king of the scorpions. It's not good.
Oh, I missed that.
So there is a audio drama by BBC Sounds called Doctor Who Redacted, and a part of that was the fact that some of the first people disappearing were connected to this figure, the Doctor. So, but that's a theme that's probably been done 15 times. So a new story that's focused upon that would be good.
Chris, he's attacking your artistic
I'm
integrity.
not
He came up
attacking
with
your
Grace.
existence.
He
It's
came
not
up
like
with Grace.
It's not like I thought of companion piece from Big Finish and just expanded upon it.
That's
Literally,
what
it
you
is,
did.
it
There
is
you
a
go.
story. It is a story of a Time Lord called the Nine who is a kleptomaniac. Like, hey, what's the best collection in existence? Oh, all of the Doctor's companions. I want them.
There you go.
That's actually kind of cool.
Bring it
All right,
to live.
All right.
All right. I'm early.
I feel bad because if we were all making jokes, I would have just made a joke one. But
I
mine-
wasn't making a joke.
They didn't make
Landry
jokes.
did. No,
I didn't
And
know you were gonna
I made
be here,
one
so I
joke,
was
and I
just-
had one
Pixel's
serious
the
one.
only one that made a joke.
That's right. And my joke was just so powerful that he has spread it to everybody. We're all a part of
In
Grace
fact, like,
now.
every concept of yours. Okay.
All right, King Idiot, welcome to the show. All right, so this is my show. Here you go. I'm sending it to you right now.
All right, let's see. Oh,
It is
that's not
called
going to work.
Harkness Secret Wars.
Oh no.
Okay,
And-
all right.
Let me get back to my notes because I have a big thing of.
Now, first
I went a
off,
little
this
too
won't
far.
work because no one
John-
particularly likes John Barrowman at the moment. So
I
Yeah,
don't
John
care.
Barrowman isn't going
I-
anywhere.
I just
Um,
Well, no one's
like-
going to make this show anyway, so I think we're safe on that front.
yeah.
That's
All
right.
right.
Like they were going to make Grace.
This
Grace has
is
wings.
this is the story of how John gets back his 2-year memories that he lost from his time at the Time Agency. Okay, so I'm gonna first off. I wrote a
So
lot.
you're just going to post that for everyone to read later.
No, I'm just gonna go off memory, okay? Okay. So this starts off with Captain Jack Harkness conning a museum into stealing one of their pieces, but the piece was actually on loan from a private collector, and that private collector ended up being the president of the Shadow Proclamation. And so he gets caught on purpose to have a formal face-to-face conversation with her and basically says, all right, this is what's happening. They took 2 years of my memories. I want them back. And she is talking, kind of like buying time. And then a Jadoon shoots him in the heart. Sorry.
You couldn't have muted your mic.
Hey.
So basically, she basically goes up to him and says, "You're asking too many questions. You weren't even supposed to remember that. We took your memories, so we had to do this." And so because they didn't know. Oh wait, hold on. My story doesn't make sense now.
it's okay. It's Doctor Who. Continue.
Well, that's right. Just keep moving on.
No, my whole story's ruined. Oh my god. Okay, so oh my god, this plot hole is huge.
He created a show with a plot hole so big that
Well,
it-
wait. What's the plot? Oh, explain it. Let's see if we can fix it.
The plot hole is that they didn't know. Okay, I'll just continue until you guys see the fucking huge plot hole. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So actually, I can pull it off by saying, okay. So to get rid of him, they threw him and trapped him inside the catacombs of the headless monks. They thought, well, if we just cut his head off, that he'll be trapped in the catacombs forever. Not knowing that he grew back his entire body and came back to life. So he's now untrapped and walking through the catacombs of the headless monks for hours and hours till he stumbles upon someone in the distance laughing, talking to himself. And when he goes over to it, it's a box. And when he opens the box, who does he see? He sees Dorian Malvatar and takes it and talks to him. And because he's been down there and he's part of the black market and sort of stuff. Let me go back to my notes because I'm getting all lost. Let me back up. Let me just read it from my notes because it's a lot better. Okay. So the person who shot him was actually the Centaurans. So they're working with the president of the Shadow Proclamation. All right. And left his body catacombs. Okay. All right. Because he doesn't know the way out of the tomb, he takes him. We have our first companion of the series, the bodiless headsman, Dorian Moldavar. Because Dorian knows the ins and out of the crime world, Dorian decides to help Jack Harkness I'm lost again.
You're reading your own notes and you're lost.
No, I pressed a button on accident and it like moved me up somewhere.
You're literally lost. Okay.
Don't worry, we're lost too.
And we haven't even gone to the plot hole yet.
No, the plot hole's gone. The plot hole's gone now because I did some rewriting on the fly.
All right.
So basically says if there's anything that's happening in the universe that's a little fishy and that you need a little extra help on, you should find the Doctor. And because the Doctor is traveling through time and space, can't find him, so then he recommends finding the second hottest, probably the hottest person in Doctor Who canon, which is River Song. Which is River Song.
That doesn't look like River Song.
It's a cosplay. So.
Oh, okay.
That's when
neither did Helen Parr.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, what you're talking about. Oh my god. So that's when he learns. That's when he learns that the Doctor has a wife. So what they have to do is break into the church's prison and get her. So once they get her and get her caught up on what's happening with the Shadow Proclamation and the Centaurans, they have to go to Sontar and find out what they are planning. Turns out they're planning an invasion of Gallifrey. And once they do that, they have to find out why they're going to Gallifrey. So they go back to the president of the Shadow Proclamation, blah, blah, blah. Turns out the president of the Shadow Proclamation is sick and she's dying and she doesn't want to die. Same thing with Centaurans. Centaurans want to battle and be in war forever. But how do they can't do it forever because they die. So she heard of an ancient Gallifrey myth about an ancient Gallifrey president and ruler who found the secrets of immortality. Rassilon. So what they do is invade Gallifrey. Well, first off, she needed a species who's a warlike species who's invaded and fought Gallifreyans and Time Lords before. So that she chose Centaurans. And so they go to Gallifrey, whatever, they get far along. It gets to the point where they find the place where she can become immortal. But the twist on the 5 Doctors is it's not that they get trapped in that thing, is that there's an actual thing that makes them immortal. Which I had theories, I couldn't find out how to make it twist. I thought of a cool thing of like, there's a certain extract from the seeds of doom, the plants things that could prolong lifespan. So, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I thought it'd be cool like that. Then, but it gets to a point where like all the war's going on and everyone's tired and she's injured, that Jack basically has to say, listen, you don't want immortality, because with immortality, you see everyone you've ever loved grow, wither, and die. And you have to be tormented to watch that happen. And so that kind of like makes her realize, you know what, you're probably right. But the Centaurans were like, fuck that. I want to fight everyone. So one Centauran gets the keys to immortality and leaves. That's the plot twist for season 2. So the hook for season 2. Hold on. So the president in doing so, gives Jack the memories back when she loses. And the memories are basically 2 years of his life weren't happy memories. They were actually being timeless child on, trying to find out why he is immortal. So the time agency wrote a report saying we stumbled upon one of our own, Jack Harkness, in the future and watched him die many times, and he's still living. And that report got to the president of the Shadow Proclamation. And she was like, well, I'm sick. I'm going to die anyways. So I'm going to try everything I can not to. So she basically experimented on him until they found out how he would live forever, but they couldn't. So what she did was wipe his memory and go, never happened. Send him back to work. And in doing so, reveals that Rose, in Parting of the Ways, when she revived him and said, like I give you life, basically makes him immortal. She didn't make him immortal from then on. She made him immortal for his whole life, but he just didn't know it because they took his memories. That's my story.
I like that twist at the end. Okay, twist at the end is good. I like the idea of his memories being timeless childy. That's solid. There's some good stuff in there. Jimmy, you know.
Where did River's song come in? Because you introduced her, but then she did nothing.
I wrote down. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
You had to ask. Okay, so.
I'm sorry. The cosplay is right there. I had to think.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember.
I like you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to take any of you to my next big pitch meeting. I don't know. If
I went through the entire season. I did this an hour ago. Okay,
I did mine 10 minutes ago, but
you didn't go through the whole season. You were just like some plot points here and there.
Oh no, I went through like two. I described a 5-season show.
No,
what are you talking about?
He described parts of it that would definitely go forward. Jack is one of those characters.
I pulled a Chibnall. I brought in a character who had no purpose.
That's fine.
But
so,
hey, I got
River's
song
for us right now.
I did this in an hour. I would have caught on to it later on. So you give me next week, I can make you an entire season that's way better.
I was too busy trying to make the biggest joke that I could that I didn't actually think of a real story. I apologize for that. But Unit New Age, it sounds like it would be set in the past, something like that. That's definitely something that they could do. They won't. And that's a part of our title. It should say down there, best Doctor Who spinoffs that'll never happen.
I like this. Jets Puck says great pitch. And then Jets Puck says woo, and then King says I'm sold. I'm pretty sure I got a following right there, guys. Hey Landry, you know what? If I do the most broad 5-season pitch in 5 minutes, I could come up with the same thing. Okay, same thing as you. Same thing.
Okay, Jimmy.
I got this.
Oh yeah. No, you clearly got this.
Jimmy, please put us out of our misery in the show. Tune in every Sunday for another episode of Excited.
All right, guys. Now it's your turn, audience. Who had the best pitch? It's actually probably Landry or Chris. No joke. They had some pretty good ideas. I loved what I did. Love what all the companions just being killed.
Good job, Lando. So you came up with this on the spot, Chris. I'm sure you've been thinking this over for years.
Yeah, Landry did have the best pitch. I know.
Yeah.
He is the paid writer, guys. Come on.
The 10,000 Year War is just with a name like that. You have so much you can do with it. There's a lot
you can play with it, and there's a lot of
now season 2, because I did say that one soldier got away. The prolonged life, I did say, was part of like some sort of like nectar inside of the seeds of doom. turns out this some idea I had for it was like the Centaurans didn't extract it correctly, and it's kind of like the super soldier serum where they never get it right, so it twists them, and it just turns into kind of like your story you wrote, your comic story, like these Centauran zombie, not zombies, but like just mixed with plant sort of things. I think that would be cool.
Landry, you know what I'm hearing? He stole your idea.
For season 2, baby!
He stole your idea.
No,
to make his idea.
No, actually, no. Actually, no. Because technically, my story would go back to season 1 of Seeds of Doom. So it's just an homage. So I got my idea from Landry. Landry got his idea from Tom Baker. So it doesn't even matter. We're all playing off the entire show.
Yeah,
I know. It's a joke, Jimmy.
No. This is real
This is
life, guys.
integrity. All
It
right.
doesn't matter. The BBC is looking at all of us with great shame. They can't even do anything with it anymore.
I'm American, so I won't get picked up anyway.
Anyway, yes, Jimmy, please thank the audience and let them go home.
Why should I thank him? What did I do?
We appreciate you all.
Are we
Thanks
done?
for watching.
done?
Yes, we're done. We're done. We're way done.
Chris,
Please make
anything else
sure.
to say?
That's right. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a
Chris
comment.
is wisely silent.
That's right. Yes. Jess Puck still, you did say something about having an idea for a 5-ish Doctor show. That sounds like fun.
Anything.
But it
Wait,
breaks
hold
our
on.
rule.
If I never brought in the Doctor, so if I brought in the Doctor, it would be John Lithgow as the Unbound Doctor, Unbound 6
God.
Doctor.
Now I want to kill myself. There
And
we
now
go.
he has my interest.
John
Okay.
Lithgow, are you kidding me? He'd be a great Doctor.
John Lithgow is good in everything.
I do, but it's just no, I'm done.
All right. Like and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.
Geronimo.
Geronimo.